leaders and game changers, we're in the semifinals of the arena. 64 groundbreaking ideas. Only one champion. Today's challenge demands nothing short of excellence. Win here and you propel yourself into the finals, where a head-to-head matchup awaits and a $10,000 prize on the line. Your focus: problem and solution, market and competition, core values and your big, hairy, audacious goal, how you have validated your idea, your team, and what you would use the prize money for. Time on the clock, 3 minutes. 2 ideas enter this arena, but only one will emerge victorious. Harness your passion and let the battle begin.
Hello and welcome to the second matchup of today. Yes, this is the match where we'll choose our second finalist. If you've been tuning in and watched the previous match, we just announced our first finalist, that was Sushant Singh, and we'll see who will be competing with Sushant. But as always, I'm your host, Natasha.
And I'm Michael, and we're all from the Arthur L. Irving Entrepreneurship Center at St. Mary's University, the host to the arena.
Yes, and I can't believe how quickly time has flowed.
It's crazy.
5 years of the competition, 64 students in this year, and now we're down to only the top 4.
We have one. Well, we have one left to find out if they're in the semifinals. If you were here an hour ago, you saw Sushant punch his ticket to the finals.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. Let's introduce our judges.
So first up, we have a familiar face. You must have, if you've been tuning in with us over the years, you will definitely recognize him. Please welcome back Miswar Saeed, co-founder and CEO of Swish and the runner-up of Arena 2024. Also the one who took $10,000 with him still, because Shannon just loved your idea so much. Miswar, how does it feel to return back with us again in the arena, and how do you feel judging in this round? Yeah.
Hey, first of all, thank you for having me. It's great to be back.
Thank you for
Can't believe that it's already been a year.
I know.
But it's been, and my experience with the arena was amazing. So it's pretty surreal to be back as a judge this time, because I remember what it was like being a competitor. So hats off to everyone who made it this far. It's easy.
Thank you so much, Miswar. And what advice would you like to give our 2 semi-finalists here who are also looking, to get the ticket like you did?
Yeah, honestly, like one general advice I would have is to, as a founder, to spend a lot of time doing customer validation and to just make sure that the problem you're trying to solve is actually worth solving. After that, try to build a product with the customer because at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones using your product, right? So before you go ahead and build the product and then see if the customer likes it or not, just build it with them. That's been a key thing for us. And, it worked out for us. So
that's great.
Thank you, Miswar.
Great to have you back, Miswar. And hearing about the great success of your company is amazing. So that's our first judge. Our second judge up is Anya Meltzer, Economic Development Officer at the Atlantic Canadian Opportunities Agency. Anya, welcome to the competition. How are you feeling?
I'm great, thanks. Thank you so much for having me today.
No, we're happy to have you. And look, in your role, working with so many businesses who are finding success and growing, what about you? What's your advice for these students? What do you think they need to do to get to the finals?
I think, first of all, take a big deep breath and, go into it, being yourself and just knowing that you've put your best foot forward and prepared for this moment, Other than that, I think, aside from what you can do with this very moment is have a very clear vision of, what your business is trying to achieve, who your target market is, and who you're really trying to serve. A lot of people try to be everything to everyone, and you can't be, right?
No, exactly. Great advice. Great advice.
Thank you so much, Anya. That was very much needed. And joining Anya is another new face. Please welcome Alex Cunningham, Lead Marketing Manager at Irving Oil. Alex, you've been such a good friend of the center as well. And I know this is your first time judging the arena. So how do you feel, getting on this match and judging these 2 semifinalists for today?
I'm excited to hear the pitches for sure. I think it's going to be awesome. And thank you for having me.
I love that. Alex, if you could give a word of advice or piece of advice to our 2 semifinalists, what would it be?
Be yourself and be confident.
I love that.
That's great. Well, with that, we're going to move into introducing our two semifinalists. First up, we've got Jeremiah Phillips, Dalhousie University. Jeremiah, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm really excited to see how this goes. And yeah, glad to be here today.
Well, we're glad to have you, Jeremiah.
Thank you, Jeremiah. And competing with Jeremiah is Manik Bajaj from McMaster University. Manik, welcome to the semifinals. How are you feeling pitching in this round?
I'm feeling great, excited to pitch, grateful for this opportunity. I loved the intro video. That was super dramatic. I love this. Really sets the atmosphere. So yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you,
Manik. And we're excited to have you. And there you have it. We've met our judges, met our participants. Let's get to it. So first up, we're going to have Jeremiah from Dalhousie University in this round. 3 minutes on the clock. Jeremiah, the stream is yours.
At 16, I sat at my desk struggling to teach myself while my mom worked 2 jobs. No tutor, just me giving up sports to keep my grades up. I graduated, but I wasn't prepared for the real world like 50% of Canadian students. For my younger brother who has autism, school wasn't just hard, it wasn't built for him at all. And he's not alone. The BC Ministry of Education echoed this in our validation interviews. Supporting neurodivergent learners is one of their biggest challenges. It's not just students. We've interviewed over 100 teachers, and with growing class sizes and endless paperwork, burnout in Nova Scotia and Ontario has climbed past 74%. This is why we built Clarify Student Resources. I'm Jeremiah, a Dalhousie medical student with a background in evidence-based learning, academic resource design, and machine learning. I lead our product vision and user experience. My co-founder, Kaveen, is a student at BCIT's software engineering program, leading our technical build. Together, we're combining educational insight with engineering skill to make building the solution possible. Clarify is rethinking education. For educators, we automate grading and lesson planning, freeing up their time to reconnect with why they started teaching. As one teacher told us, a tool like this would save me hours and let me do my job. For students, Clarify uses AI to build personalized study plans based on how each student learns, so they can build real-world skills without sacrificing passions. Of the 150 students we interviewed, most already use tools like ChatGPT to study. Clarify takes it further, transforming generic outputs into tailored course-aligned support. The opportunity, massive. Canada's edtech sector is growing 10% annually and projected to hit $13.3 billion. With over 16,000 schools, the market is substantial, yet existing tools only solve fragments of the problem. Edsby focuses on analytics, Canvas and D2L manage courses, and Top Hat drives engagement, but none offer automation and adaptive learning like Clarify. We're targeting $15 million in annual revenue by onboarding 1,500 institutions in 10 years. Here's how. This fall, we'll pilot our MVP through Dalhousie's Launch Accelerator program with 5 private schools, while building partnerships with governments and post-secondary to scale nationally. In 10 years, Clarify will be the backbone of modern education across North America, where millions of students learn through immersive simulations like a med student practicing procedures or a high schooler exploring careers in virtual reality. Our values, accessibility, adaptability, and equity ensure no student like my brother is left behind. The prize money will be split strategically, 40% toward development, 20% for hosting, and 10% for compliance to ensure we're scalable and secure, 15% for operations, and 15% as a buffer. Clarify is the future of education. With interest from schools and government already, this isn't just an opportunity, it's your invitation to be part of the solution. Thank you.
Truly a great pitch, Jeremiah.
Very
Thank
good.
you so much for that. Competing with that is Manik. You two have 3 minutes on the clock. The stage is yours.
Hello, I'm Manik, and I would like to share the inspiration behind my startup, WonderGuard. My mom, a pillar of strength throughout my childhood, suffered repeated urinary infections after an emergency hospital visit. Seeing her endure constant pain and the fear of more infection ignited my passion to revolutionize urinary healthcare. With 70% of hospital UTIs linked to catheters and $27 billion spent annually, traditional 2-day urine cultures aren't fast enough. That's why I created WonderGuard, OneGuard is an AI-powered catheter bag to detect and quantify bacteria in just 5 minutes, bringing down infection rates dramatically. Healthcare providers globally are seeking innovative diagnostics like WonderGuard to cut costs, enhance outcomes, and reduce antibiotic overuse. Our $10 billion market is fueled by 150 million catheter uses annually, with $2 billion in North America alone. In Ontario, our serviceable attainable market is $100 million in our first year revenue. Our first competitor, a urine dipstick, only provides a limited visual indicator compared to WonderGuard that reports specific bacterial levels. And unlike my main competitor, slow lab-based urinalysis, WonderGuard delivers real-time monitoring. In the time you spend waiting all day for a single hospital result, WonderGuard can generate over 600 reports. Our core values center on empathy, speed, and uncompromising quality. Our big, hairy, audacious goal is to eradicate infection by replacing slow detection methods with WonderGuard. By predicting UTIs early and going above and beyond the World Health Organization's aim to minimize healthcare risks, we seek to end the pain of prolonged testing and delayed treatment, meeting multiple United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We recently secured a $10,000 lab-to-market grant to validate WonderGuard, backed by feedback from over 100 ER physicians, urologists, nurses, and inpatient workers who see it as an essential device within their workflow. We're actively securing letters of intent to pilot our solution with early physician adopters. Alongside that, WonderGuard is currently at a technology readiness level 5, and the biosensor system is in publication review, as evidence-based medicine is incredibly important for hospital procurement teams. I'm leading WonderGuard as the CEO and founder, drawing on my PhD engineering research and a network of technical advisors who specialize in biosensor innovation and regulatory compliance. Today, I'm asking for $10,000 to bolster our core operations, setting up the proper corporate structure and legal agreements to attract future investments, refining our prototypes for optimized performance, and finally securing our IP strategy with patent filings. With the help of your investment today, we can accelerate WonderGuard from lab to launch. WonderGuard brings fast, accurate UTI screening directly to patients who need it the most. Powered by our patent-pending, low-cost DNA biosensors and AI insights, WonderGuard began as a promise to my mom, but has grown into a mission to give every patient their dignity, their comfort, and their peace of mind back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manik. That was fantastic. Another great pitch. I never envy the judges, especially when it comes down to this. We were saying we love that we don't have to make these decisions. To help the judges, we're going to go to the Q&A portion. So let's bring in the students and the judges.
Yep, and this time each judge will be asking one question. So each of our students will have 30 seconds to answer each of those 3 questions. And Ms. War, I believe you have the first question for us today. So please reveal it.
Yeah, fantastic pitches, by the way. Yep. My question is, why haven't your competitors done this yet?
A classic. Why haven't your competitors done this yet? Jeremiah, you'll be going first. You have 30 seconds.
Honestly, it's tough for big edtech companies to keep up. They're stuck with old systems. Retrofitting AI into an existing learning management system is like trying to turn a filing cabinet into a smart assistant. Plus, they're often chasing big university contracts, not the everyday struggles of high school classrooms. A 2023 Forbes article noted that smaller edtech startups are 40% more likely to innovate quickly. We're different, we're small, we move fast, and we're right there with teachers and students building exactly what they need, not what some corporate board thinks looks good on paper.
Thank you, Jeremiah. That was very well answered. Manik, same question for you. Why haven't your competitors done this yet? You have 30 seconds.
We're bridging a complex technological gap that combines 3 unique innovations: a low-cost PCB biosensor we've developed in our lab for the past 2 years, our DNA biobarcode technology protected by trade secret, and a proprietary automatic sampler design undergoing patent review. Bringing these components together requires advanced engineering, biosensor expertise, and regulatory know-how, barriers that most traditional catheter bag companies haven't crossed.
Excellent. Thank you, Manik. Great job on that question as well. Anya, let's go to you. What's your question for the competitors?
Well, first of all, great job to both of you. Those were very excellent pitches and very well done. My question for you both is, what type of feedback or traction have you received from your business or ideas yet?
All right. What type of feedback or traction have you received? Jeremiah, you're first. 30 seconds.
Oh, great question. We've received incredibly encouraging feedback. As I mentioned, when we interviewed over 100 teachers, professors, and IT directors, I was blown away. Dozens of them shared how they're drowning in paperwork and craving a better way to connect with students. We also ran a pilot called Carry Me Clarify, helping students who felt stuck between pricey tutoring and confusing lectures. The results were incredible. Students were more engaged, their grades improved, and we've received heartfelt testimonials. It showed me how hungry people are for education that meets them where they're at.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Same question, Manik.
I've spoken to over 100 urologists, physicians, and nurses at Hamilton Health Sciences who see WonderGuard as a game changer in early UTI detection, and they're keen to integrate it into their catheter care workflows. We've also heard from long-term leg drainage bag users who love the idea of a portable, mobile-friendly design. These endorsements validate our direction and show that real-time infection tracking is needed in the market.
Great. Thank you so much, Manik. And Alex, we're going to go over to you now. Please reveal the final question for today's match.
All right. Yeah, great pitches. It makes it tough because you answered a lot of the questions that I had. But being a marketer, what is your marketing strategy?
Oh, I love that question. What is your marketing strategy, Jeremiah? You'll be going first. You have 30 seconds.
So our marketing strategy centers on building trust with schools. We'll start by partnering closely with a few institutions, ensuring they see real results, then leverage those success stories to grow through referrals. Our validation process has connected us with educators and policymakers, providing a strong network for outreach. As we expand, we'll attend and present live demos at conferences like the Innovative Schools Summit. And a 2023 EdSearch study shows 80% of schools prefer EdTech partners who prioritize relationships, and we aim to be that partner.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeremiah. Same question for you, Manik. You have 30 seconds.
We're securing letters of intent from leading hospitals to validate real-world demand and showcase our clinical value. Next, we'll publish laboratory results and clinical findings in peer-reviewed journals to build credibility with healthcare providers and procurement teams. By combining our research evidence with early physician adopter endorsements, we'll then engage hospital purchasing group and medical distributors. This multi-pronged approach ensures WonderGuard's rapid market penetration and fosters trust among our end users.
That's amazing.
Another great answer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've reached the end of this portion. The judges now have to tabulate the results, and they're going to decide, is it going to be Manik? Is it going to be Jeremiah? Which one of them are going to join Shashank in the finals? And before we break to the 1-minute tabulation video, always important for us to thank Shannon Susko, Metronomics, such a huge supporter. We wouldn't have this competition without Shannon. It was 5 years ago, a discussion led to the creation of the arena. And we're so excited. We can't believe it's been 5 years of this competition.
It's truly unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And it's also a testament to the amazing participating universities. I know we have 37 of them that have sent in their best students to compete in this all-out intense matchup that literally takes the life out of, it's insane how dedicated our students have been throughout this month of March. But we'll be back in just under a minute with our second finalist, who is one step closer to that $10,000 grand prize. So don't go anywhere. Stick with us. Stay tuned with us.
Stay tuned.
And I will see you in a minute.
And just like that, we're back. The results are in. So we're going to go to the judges. We're going to find out who they've selected. Ms. War, you've been here before. You know the stress they're feeling, so let's get to it. Who have you selected to move forward in the competition, Ms. War?
I've selected Manik.
You've selected Manik.
Great. So Manik, you have 1 vote. And now we're going to move on to you, Anya. Who have you chosen to move forward to the finale of the arena?
I just want to say it's a very difficult decision. And in real life, I would spend a lot more time with you, get to know who you are as a founder, do a lot more due diligence, all those different things. But I chose Jeremiah.
Chose Jeremiah.
It's a split.
So here we are, second straight semifinal. We have a split decision, so it all comes down to your vote, Alex. Alex, the weight of the world's on your shoulders.
I had a feeling it might come down to this because it was so close. But ultimately, when I finished my tabulation, I had Manik.
Manik, and by 2 votes to 1, Manik, you are on to the finals, where you will take on Shashank for $10,000. How you feeling, Manik?
Feeling great. I think Jeremiah did a fantastic job. I was really nervous. He was amazing.
Yeah, and well, you just edged him. Congratulations. Thank you to Manik and Jeremiah. Great semifinalists. Now tomorrow, 7 p.m. Atlantic, is the finals, where you will see Manik and Shashank go head-to-head. We have 7 amazing judges joining us. It's still going to be fast-moving. It's going to be a little bit of rock and roll. We look forward to seeing you all, so stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow for the finals of the arena.
Very true. And you honestly don't want to miss the finals. So I would suggest grabbing your blankets, some popcorn, your trusty glass of water,
Stay hydrated, everybody.
And
Take care.
We will see you in the finale tomorrow, 7 p.m. sharp. But bye.
Bye.